Hello, everyone. Let me ask you a question. If you were here illegally and you were given a place to stay by a very high-profile person, what would you think if that person made an announcement to the world that he had given you a place to stay in his home or by his home and knew where you were? What the heck was that? What would that be? That would be horrific. Well, let me tell you a little story in case you haven't heard. The pathetic, disgusting governor of the state of New Jersey, Phil Murphy, was recently at some kind of forum, liberal forum, whatever it was, and he was talking about the president's immigration policies, and he said that he had been talking with his wife. He says, and I'm quoting here, don't want to get into too much detail, but there's someone in our broader universe whose immigration status is not yet at the point that they're trying to get it to. And so we said, you know what? Let's let her live at our house above our garage. Now, I'll get back to that in a second, above our garage. Really? So you're telling me that the governor of New Jersey is harboring an illegal alien in his home, or almost above the garage, but I'll get to that, as I said, in a second. Really? Well, when that was played for a gentleman called Mr. Tom Homan, the border czar, he said this. He said that the Trump administration will hold them accountable. And he was talking about any mayor or governor or high-profile government official who spits in the face of the law. And he said if he is knowingly harboring and concealing an illegal alien, that's a violation of Title VIII, U.S. Code 1324. I will seek prosecution. Maybe he's bluffing. It was a foolish thing to say. I've got note of it. Won't let it go. We'll look into it. Well, of course he's going to do that. I mean, how dumb could you be if you're Murphy? What are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to impress? 80% or more of the country approves of the president's deportation policies and immigration policies, and you're out there saying, I'm harboring an illegal. Well, his spokesman quickly took it back. You see, even though I read you the quotes that I read you, where he clearly said, there's someone in our broader universe whose immigration status is not what, at this point, what they're trying to get it to. And me and my wife, said, you know what? Let's have them live at our home above our garage. And then he said, by the way, and good luck to the feds trying to get in to get her. He's more macho than Cory Booker, the most macho man on the face of the earth. Another character who famously said on national TV while Trump was president the first time, my testosterone makes me want to punch Trump in the face. Maybe they need to revisit that and go investigate him for what he said. But let's stick to Murphy for now. So he dared ICE to come get this person. But forget what you just heard. You didn't hear it. He didn't say it. His spokesman says, oh, no. He was misinterpreted. Misinterpreted? What is that, his name? You know, who's to judge what he is? Maybe his name is misinterpreted. He was misinterpreted. He was talking about a legal resident. Oh, a legal resident. Right. With the immigration status not being what they want it to be. And you said to your wife, you know what? Let's let him live above a garage and good luck to the feds trying to come in to get her. Oh, that's a legal resident. Oh, well, why didn't you say so? Look, I don't know if he made the whole thing up. I don't know if it's legal, illegal. I'm going to go based on what he said. And to me, and to most of everybody I've ever seen comment on what he said, The way they heard it probably is like I heard it, that he was harboring an illegal alien. Now, when you have somebody admit that they're harboring an illegal alien with the stature of this creep, okay, you raid his home. And by the way, Phil Murphy lives in a mansion. A mansion. Now, what did he think? What did he think? He was going to recreate Anne Frank by putting her above the garage? Hiding her above the garage instead of letting her live in the home, in the mansion? Couldn't find a room, Governor? Had to put her above the garage? What the heck is that? And of course, you hopefully know who Anne Frank was, fleeing the Nazis, hiding from the Nazis, kept a diary while she and her family lived in an attic. So if there's an analogy, and there's no analogy based on what people are facing, don't get me wrong, but if in his warped mind he's trying to create an Anne Frank out of this woman, then that would make him the woman and the family that harbored Anne Frank. So he'd be some kind of hero. He thinks he's some kind of hero. I think I think you say something like that, you're daring. So what I'd like to see happen, they raided Mar-a-Lago, okay? They came, we've seen the footage now, more intense footage. They some new footage that I've seen. They went into Roger Stone's in the middle of the night, Roger Stone's home with guns, okay? I say, hey, knock on the door. How about 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning? Well, of course, there's going to be guards out there. He's the governor, and he deserves protection from guards. But you know what? If the feds come, I think they overrule. I think they supersede. Let's search the garage. Let's search the mansion. Let's have a raid. And let's see what this idiot has to say about that. Oh, he was misinterpreted. Really? By anybody with a brain? Now, this isn't the only thing this governor's done. There are countless other things. And one thing that sticks in my craw, well, there were two. In New Jersey, you can't as a parent be notified by the school or anybody from the school if your child tells a teacher, I think I'm gay. I think I'm trans. I want to be called by a different name. Whatever. You can't notify the parent. As far as I know, it's against the law. Okay? How sick, twisted is that? How sick and twisted is that? And that's one reason why New Jersey is turning red. It's one reason why Trump closed that gap in New Jersey tremendously. And I believe the next time it will go to the Republican. But that's for another show. So he made sure that bill was signed and that happened. And then there's another thing he did in December. Signed a law, the Freedom to Read Act. Who could be against the Freedom to Read Act? Well, what it does is it basically banning books in New Jersey public libraries and school libraries. I don't even really care about the public libraries. Of course, kids go in there, so it is a problem. But school libraries, that means every grade, okay? Let me tell you some of the books that, according to a story at thelion.com, in 2023, there were 28 books in New Jersey that came under fire that parents and groups Moms for Liberty, et cetera, wanted to take out of the libraries, the school libraries. Let me name 3 of the books according to this story. This book is gay. And in it, it talks about and addresses, and maybe there are pictures of masturbation. Oh, that's nothing. Gender Quest, oral sex. And maybe the sickest of all here for children, Let's Talk About It. And in here, it featured all these books are said to feature images of naked people engaging in sex acts. They also promote transgenderism, but of course, and they focus on, or they're mentioned in here, are pictures of, according to this story, this book is gay masturbation, gender queer, oral sex, and let's talk about it, anal sex for children in the state of New Jersey. The governor signed a bill, which is a sick, twisted I think 2 Republicans went over with the Democrats and in the legislature and voted for this to banning. Okay. What could I say? What could I say? Again, more reasons why this state will turn red. As it's turning red, it will turn red. I believe that. Now, folks, I want to see this followed up on. I want to see this governor. This governor didn't just say, we're not going to comply. As the governor of Illinois has said, and others, we're not going to comply with the feds, blah, 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 blah. He said, I got an illegal. I don't care. He says he didn't say it. I heard it. According to me, what I heard, I got an illegal. Good luck coming to get her on my property. I'm governor. I dare you. That's what I heard. Raid his home and find out. Okay? The way they raided Donald Trump's home for documents. The way they raided Roger Stone's home. I don't even remember what for. With guns drawn and, people dressed in combat gear and all this kind of stuff. It's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. I mean, how dumb does this go? By the way, is he not unrecognizable? He got like hair plugs, teeth. He's something I can't even tell you. Can't even tell you. Okay, but that aside, I don't care what people look like. He shouldn't be allowed to say this and then claim he didn't say it when I know you didn't hear it now, but I read it to you when I heard him say it, and you probably heard him say it too by now. So raid his home, okay? He tried to make a hero out of himself, like he was harboring a hero who's here illegally. He was trying to equate it in my mind, or maybe in his mind, to Anne Frank. I saw that talked about on Instagram all over the place. Who knows? He wouldn't be Anne Frank. The woman would be Anne Frank. He would be harboring her. So they're all nuts, okay? Trump derangement syndrome is a serious, serious illness. Hey, RFK, you got to come up with a vaccine for TDS? All right, everybody, do me a favor. Spread this around. And please, please subscribe. We need subscriptions. We've done very well in the short time we've been doing this. Subscribe. And tell your friends to subscribe when they get it. Post it on websites, whatever you have access to, and I appreciate it. And we'll be back with another update later in the week with probably on the Bibas family and the other hostages and the whole proposal by Trump on the Gaza Strip. Again, the liberals are going out of their minds. Good. Until next time, folks, stay safe, everybody.